In the fertile Jordan Valley, a land that once seemed like the garden of the Lord, Lot had made his home. He lived near the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, places that shimmered with prosperity, but beneath this glittering surface, a deep and troubling darkness had taken root. The cities were thriving, yes, but not in virtue. Instead, wickedness and corruption had grown unchecked, spreading through the streets and into the hearts of the people. The moral decay was so profound, so pervasive, that it was said a cry for judgment rose from the very land itself, reaching up to the heavens. The Lord heard this cry. A decision was made that this overwhelming sin could not be ignored. To see the truth of the matter for themselves, and to carry out a divine plan. 2 angels were dispatched to earth. They arrived in Sodom as evening began to fall, appearing as ordinary men. As they entered the city gate, they were immediately spotted by Lot, who was sitting there, perhaps watching the day's traffic wind down. Recognizing them as travelers, and perhaps sensing something more, Lot showed them profound respect. He bowed low and insisted they not spend the night in the open square, but instead come to his home for safety, food, and rest. Lot's hospitality stood in stark contrast to the city's character. He prepared a feast for his guests, treating them with the honor they were due. But the peace of the evening was about to be shattered. Before the travelers could even lie down to rest, a menacing crowd gathered outside. It wasn't just a few troublemakers. It was the men of the city, both young and old, from every part of Sodom. They surrounded the house, their voices a low rumble that grew into a threatening roar. They hammered on the door, demanding that Lot bring out his guests. Their intentions were vile, a chilling confirmation of the city's depravity. Lot, desperate to protect his guests, went out to face the mob. He pleaded with them, begging them not to commit such a wicked act. He even offered his own daughters to them, a horrifying testament to the extreme measures he felt he had to take to uphold his duty as a host. But the crowd was not interested in reason or negotiation. They grew even angrier, accusing Lot of being a foreigner who was now trying to act as their judge. They surged forward, intending to break down the door and seize both Lot and his guests. Seeing Lot in grave danger, the 2 angels acted swiftly. They reached out from the doorway, pulled Lot back inside to safety, and shut the door. Then, with a display of divine power, they struck the men outside with a blinding light. Suddenly, the entire mob, from the youngest to the oldest, was plunged into confusion. They fumbled and stumbled, unable to find the doorway they had been so intent on breaking down. The threat was neutralized, but the event served as the final, undeniable proof of Sodom's corruption. Inside the new secure house, the angels revealed their true purpose to Lot. They were not mere travelers. They were messengers of divine judgment. They told him, in no uncertain terms, "We are going to destroy this place." The outcry to the Lord against its people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it. They urged Lot to act immediately. Do you have anyone else here? Sons-in-law, sons or daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here, because this city is doomed. Lot rushed into the night to warn his sons-in-law, who were engaged to his daughters. He told them, "Hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy the city." But his words were met with disbelief and laughter. They thought he was joking, unable to comprehend the imminent catastrophe. They chose to stay, sealing their fate. As the first light of dawn began to streak in across the sky, the angels grew more urgent. Time was running out. They seized the hands of Lot, his wife, and their 2 daughters. "Flee for your lives," they commanded. "Don't look back. and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away. With that final, desperate push, they led the hesitant family out of the city. As the sun rose over the land, the judgment began. The Lord rained down fire and sulfur from the heavens upon Sodom and Gomorrah. It wasn't a normal fire. It was a storm of divine wrath. Flames consumed everything, the buildings, the people, all the vegetation of the plain. The once thriving cities and the entire valley were transformed into a smoldering, desolate wasteland. The wickedness that had filled their streets was utterly and completely wiped away in a torrent of fire, a permanent scar on the landscape and a solemn story for all time. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content like this. We appreciate your support.